Alrighty, y'all. There's like 2 minutes left in this game, and I can't be asked to watch the remainder of this. It's pretty much over. OKC is taking down Minnesota in Game One of the Western Conference Finals. Just a little FYI. I think I'm gonna do a recap for each of the conference finals and finals games. But anyway, let's talk about this. Initial thoughts: OKC is really good. Minnesota is also really good, but they got to come in with some sort of game plan, man. It's a little bit annoying to watch at this point. If you're a Timberwolves fan, you know what I'm talking about. Like they just come in with no offensive game plan. It feels like every single night, constantly, they're the team that has to work harder than anybody else to go get buckets. And how many times did we see this game where they just have people standing around the perimeter doing nothing, setting screens, and they don't know how they're going to even roll off the screens? It's just basic level shit that's really annoying to me. So kind of calling out the Minnesota coaching staff to do a little bit more with them. It's a little bit late in the season to figure it out at this point, but is what it is. Let's talk about Minnesota first, just before we go into OKC, because I will say though, I think this is a game OKC won. This was a defensive battle. I thought both teams played really, really well defensively. Obviously, the turnovers being a big thing for Minnesota, and a lot of that was like OKC forcing those turnovers, but a lot of it also was Minnesota kind of just, again, like not really having much of a game plan, and they allowed Julius Randle to kind of revert back into old Julius Randle, which was really kind of unfortunate to see. Like Randall had like a pretty good game overall. Obviously, you see the 28 points, the great efficiency and everything, but we also saw like how many times did he go to these like high post ups where every single time it was like a failure, right? It was like ending up in some sort of turnover. They're baiting him into something because OKC was packing the paint the whole time. It just wasn't really what I wanted. Jade McDaniels hit like the first two shots of the game and then just decided like he wasn't really going to do anything anymore. Defense was pretty good, honestly pretty elite for this whole game for what he was doing on Shea, but when you guard Shea the whole game, well, you foul out at a certain point with 23 minutes. It's crazy. We'll talk about fouls. We'll get there. Rudy Gobert, obviously, his defense is always great. My God, some of those layups were really hard to watch for him. It's just, I know it's hard for Rudy in this. Like, you really need to do some thinking if you're Minnesota about how you can use Rudy in this series. Like, we really have to think it out. I tried to kind of watch because I don't know what the answer is. Honestly, I'll tell you if I have an answer. I don't really know what it is. Like, how do you kind of fit him in to this series? He is a hard fit, right? Because he's just so rough offensively at times, and his hands are just useless apparently if he's not just blocking a ball. But like, you just got to sit down. You have to figure out a matchup that you're going at him with. Like, he needs to be kind of a gimmick guy at this point, and I didn't see a consistent trend. If there is one, I couldn't see it during the game. I was trying to figure it out, but whatever. Anthony Edwards, again, we want to get him going downhill just a little bit more. Obviously OKC's packing the paint, so it's really hard to do that, so we have to do something to get him some easier looks. Like, we saw him come off one floppy action this whole game. I saw one Iverson Downs action. It was like late in the fourth quarter here, and it was mostly just to get Randall another post up anyway. So again, I'm calling on them to make Ant's life a little bit easier. Like, I feel bad for the dude. He has to generate everything completely by himself. Conley was really rough in this one, still kind of just showing his age at this point. We hope the better for him. Nas obviously couldn't hit a thing tonight, but again, like, they're having to take all these just difficult ass shots. Some of these were just open threes that he needs to hit, right? And that's just is what it is. Like, sometimes people go 1 for 11, sometimes they make everything, right? It is what it is. Overall, like, I thought Nas played an okay game. DiVincenzo as well. I liked the energy he played with Nickeil Alexander-Walker at some point. Like, I feel like it's been a while since he's really been hot from three. I'd like to kind of see that get going. The Jalen Clark minutes were surprising, to say the least, but they were effective when he was in there. He was getting some offensive rebounds and stuff, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, overall, if you're Minnesota, I need a little bit more. I need more of a game plan. It's just frustrating to watch. Looks like it's the final score now, 114-88. I don't know, man. I don't know, because I'm not gonna lie, this feels like it should have been a bigger blowout, because you were hitting a ton of threes to start this game and some tough ass 3-pointers. Julius Randle was bailing you out a lot of things, so I feel like this game could have been uglier. Moving on to OKC, man. Hey, you guys did exactly what you were supposed to do. Create turnovers, make sure they didn't get on the offensive glass, and you did that. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, well, he got to the free throw line in this one. Let's talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the free throws really quick. So, I just don't want to see the comments of like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is a foul merchant and shit like that. That's just such a stupid complaint. Like I'm gonna be so honest with you. You're a dumb person if you're mad about that, or at least mad at Shea about it. You can be mad at the NBA or whatever, but it's his job to win a basketball game. So he's mastered how to get the easiest shot in the game, which is a free throw. It's a skill that we teach. Like, it's something that you should be good at. I will say he is strategically really good at falling over at certain points. And it's not like a flop. Like, he gets into a place where he gets his foot in front of people, they trip him, it's a foul. Like, it is a foul every single time. It's unfortunate. As soon as they put their hands in the cookie jar, which you're not supposed to do, he's putting his hands up and you're gonna foul him. Like, don't do it. There are ways to guard him. Like, it's not easy, but you have to not do it, right? And it's unfortunate. But Shea really didn't have like the greatest scoring game. Like, I want to give Minnesota credit. Like, defensively, they were locked in. Like, it started out a little bit rough with a lot of the fouls that they had early on, but then they were really locked in and they were getting some of those switches down really well. Even Rudy was stepping up on some of them. It was great. So yeah, shout out to Shea, man. He's awesome. Jalen Williams, amazing defensively. This whole team was amazing defensively the whole night, right? Jalen Williams, how many of those like off-ball kind of steals did he come over and have when he gets out in transition? He's really good. The half-court offense for OKC, again, like, I can't tell why they're kind of just trying to go to this drive and kick thing every single time. I kind of feel like they need to diversify a little bit as well, because this isn't a very good half-court offense if it's not for Shea, right? Like, Shea just kind of is able to be a half-court offense, but they need a little more bit more complexity. It's a young team, so like I gave them a lot of credit or a lot of slack last year. I feel like they need to up it just a little bit more. I felt like Chet Holmgren was kind of outmatched at points during this game, but he really stepped up big in the fourth quarter, so that's good. Hopefully he kind of settles in. It's important to remember these are all very young guys, right? And so we give them a little bit of slack. They're kind of learning as they go right now. I thought Hartenstein was awesome. I was really pleased with him. He's exactly what you wanted him to be. Dort, good defensively, hit at least a couple timely shots, so cool. Cason Wallace, low key, like MVP tonight. Like, outside, like, I get Shea or whatever, but like Cason Wallace was everywhere. Like, it like baffled me. Like, normally I'm pretty good at reading and assuming what's going to happen on a basketball court. Like, there'd be times where he was jumping into passing lanes that I couldn't even see with the eagle eye view of like watching the game. And I was like, how the hell did he see that was going to be there? How did he jump this? Or like when people drive on him and he just kind of like backs up sideways and keeps people in front of you still, like, oh, that's got to be so annoying to play against. He is so good at like every aspect of defense. It's crazy. And then, you know, as soon as he subs out of the game, you got Alex Caruso subbing in and doing shit, and you're like, oh my god, like, leave me alone. Like, oh, it was brutal. At the end of the game, their aunt wasn't even having it. He's like, I'm passing this basketball. I don't want to try to go up against these two. Isaiah Joe, thought he played some really good minutes. What is this right here? Did Isaiah Joe have 8 rebounds in 13 minutes? Good lord. Wow, Isaiah Joe, very impactful minutes right there. And then we got some Kenny Hustle minutes, some Aaron Wiggins. They were kind of just rotating between these guys, just being like, all right, now we got this little defender, this little defender, this little defender. And, well, they lived up to the reputation. Oh, the other Jalen Williams didn't get in. What a bummer. But no, OKC, you did what you were supposed to do. If I'm OKC, I'm coming out and trying to do the exact same thing the next game, because I don't see Minnesota adjusting to things very often. I'd be like, okay, we're going to do the same thing again, and then if we need to, we'll figure it out. I think it's really going to hurt Minnesota that they don't have more ball handlers on the team that can do something here, but it's not as much of that as it is just a game plan issue. Like, the offense just isn't there. There's nothing. They don't do anything. It's incredibly infuriating as, like, someone that's pretty X's and O's oriented to kind of watch. Like, there's just nothing. They're just all standing there and just kind of passing the ball around and being like, okay, well, I guess we'll call a screen now, and then guys like Cason Wallace or Alex Caruso are like, okay, I'm just going to press up against you and really fight my ass off over this screen. And then the Timberwolves are like, fuck, you got us. Now what? So, like, I don't know, right? It just, it's kind of unfortunate, but shout out OKC. They did what they were supposed to do. They executed perfectly. I love the energy that they came with. Everyone in the arena was wearing their t-shirt, except for that one guy that's like shirtless. That kind of looks like a luchador or something like that. That guy's kind of sick, but I feel like everyone should have to wear the shirt, so I don't know. By the way, just side note, a lot of great home crowd advantages left in the playoffs. You got New York, Minnesota, low-key, one of the best home court advantages. OKC got to be at the top, if not New York, and then Indiana, meh. Yeah, sorry, Indiana. It is what it is, right? But good to see some small market teams going against each other. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, you guys let me know what you think down below. As always, I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.